to reach Sam Nicholson! Cummings, it's dropped in! Again takes, some save, Hanlon trying to do it back in! This is astonishing! Paul Hanlon, Edinburgh boy, Hibs fan! A remarkable comeback!
And it's why Hibs were celebrating at full time. They get another goal at Easter Road next week. Let's hear from the man who scored that dramatic goal, Paul Hanlon, with Sam Nicholson.
Gentlemen, what a finish. Paul, describe that equaliser in stoppage time.
I was obviously delighted to get on the end of it. I think the goalie's palmed it down at the middle of the box and I've just sort of swung my right foot at it and it's made a no bad connection and went through the bodies and in.
What changed in the second half for Hibernian?
I just think we gave ourselves a chance. We stayed in the game and Jason's done well to get us back in it and that always gives you a chance.
Sam, at 2-0, should Hearts have killed that game off?
100%. I mean, we sort of, second half, I don't know what it was, we sort of sat off them and I think that's only to blame ourselves, to be honest. First half we pressed them quite well and I don't know for what reason we came off them the second.
It was so tight today, overall, over the basis. It whets the appetite for the next one, doesn't it?
Aye, definitely. It's a typical derby. I mean, it's not a lot of football played usually, it's just a lot of long balls and tackles and stuff like that, but I think that's to be expected.
2 Edinburgh boys on the score sheet. We get to do it all again. Well done today, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.
Long balls and tackles, did that sum that up?
I think there's a wee bit more than that at times as well, to be fair. It wasn't
and rain and wind.
Yeah, rain and wind. It wasn't the greatest game in terms of quality, but it was a great cup tie because I felt like I couldn't honestly see Hibs finding a way back into the game, but they, as Paul Hanlon mentioned there, they stayed in the game really and they needed something and obviously Cummins came up with something really and we saw more of McGinn and Henderson had much more influence in the second half, Neil, didn't they, than they were in the first half.
Well, somebody just woke McGinn up. I think that's literally what happened because he was non-existent in the first half and Hibs have been energised for so much of this season through John McGinn. He just takes games with a scruff of the neck and once they get the goal, I think it energised everybody and then all of a sudden Henderson came into play for Hibs. McGinn, as I said, just seemed to grab things and push Hibs on and I think they were worth their drawing end.
And was Hibs' goal, the first goal in the 80th minute, just pure quality?
Yeah, it was. You'll see it here. Short free kick, taken quickly. Henderson does great because he's going away from the play and he has a wee quick look there and it's a great delivery. But what Cummins has to do, this is the only place he can score, really. There's not enough power on the cross where he can score at the near post. He has to get it up and over Alexander, which he does, and it's a phenomenal header. And it came 10 minutes to go. It just gave them that urgency.
And did he mean to do that exactly 100%. As he executed it?
100%, exactly. He knows when it's coming, and whether he's seen where Alexander is, but he knows just his instinct is that's where I can score, and it's a fantastic header to get it up and over.
What about the goal in stoppage time? I mean, what drama we had there. Will Hearts be saying that they could have done something about this? It was a fantastic save, but could have been more done elsewhere.
Well, Augustine just loses him there. He turns his back on the ball and then he's lost all ends up, but Hanlon stays focused on it. And he said he swung the right boot at it. It's not his favoured foot, but he's fallen as well, so he's maybe done himself a disservice there because he gets a really good contact on it. He stays focused, as I said. I saw him scoring almost a last minute winner against Rangers because he's big and brave and he just wants to keep it alive. But what Nicholson's saying is absolutely spot on. Hearts do this a lot. They get themselves ahead and instead of going and strangling a game, they sit off and try and contain, and Hibs just breathed into it.
Why is that? They've drawn 8 games in the Premiership out of 23. Craig Levein, the Director of Football, when he was Scotland manager, was accused of drawing too many games and setting out for a draw. Is there something wrong with the mentality here, or the game plan, if you like?
No, I think Robbie, being a defender himself, maybe he just feels that they've done good business and they've been good at shutting games out. Listen, I'm not making any. They've been good at that. Other teams might try and go and grab the throat and kill a team right off, but Hibs just got the goal. And it energised them because up until the goal, I think Hearts were comfortable, although they were sitting back. But I think we've been treated with some terrific deliveries from wide areas today, and indeed those types of incidents of quality have led us to a very good cup tie.
Let's look at the opening goal. It's scored by Zoom in the first half, and quality all over this again. And you guys highlighted Callum Patterson. before the game, Michael. And is this why you voted him
I just
the man of the match?
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. You know, great delivery. I mean, and it's a fantastic hit from June. You know, we talked about Lewis's clearance, not possibly the wrong decision that he makes, and then it's a fantastic hit. You know, I don't think Oxley has any chance at all. It's going away from him and it goes in off the far post. But Patterson continually gave our Hearts that outlet on the right hand side, and he showed his quality with delivery right through the game.
And again, for 2-0, quality in that one as well, Neil.
Yeah, picking him out. Sometimes, as I said, when you're wide, go and put it in areas and let people go and attack it. But if you've got time, you can get your head up and you can pick someone out if you've got the ability. Patterson did that. He gets the head up there, he sees Nicholson at the back post. I was speaking about Hibs' shape. So Gray's in covering the two strikers. It's a good bit of control for Nicholson. It's an even better finish because it takes a little hop in front of him. So there's loads of control needed to get it on target, which he did.
Hibs are now unbeaten in the last 4 Edinburgh derbies. Here's Alan Stubbs.
Alan, very well done. You've got a replay. Describe your feelings in the last few moments there when Paul Hanlon knocked that equaliser in.
I've got to be honest, and I thought that was the least we deserved out of the game. You know, to go in at half time, I thought, you know, we'd done well in the first half, and a couple of good strikes. You know, I didn't think was a fair reflection on the first half, but it was, and that's what, you know, Robbie and his team can produce against you. And I thought second half, you know, I thought some of our play was outstanding. They keep delivering all the time. The squad of players have got, you know, they never know when to beat. I think now we can well and truly, you know, ram that saying of Hibs being bottlers right down people's throats, because there's a lot of character in this team. You know, there's a lot, and they've made a lot of fans proud today, and they've made themselves proud. They've made me and my staff proud. You know, I just wish there was another 5 minutes to play at the end.
Do you think you'll go into the replay now as favourites? Have you laid a marker today?
I think it's irrelevant, to be honest. All we've done is showed that we're a good team today. And I said I don't mind whether we're favourites, whether we're underdogs. It's irrelevant.
Well done today, Alan.
Cheers, thank you. Top.
Well done to Alan Stubbs. What a comeback. Character, he said there. And have they got enough of that to go on and, you know, to do the business in the replay?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I agree with him there. I don't think any team will really be favourites going into the replay. I don't think Hibs. I think Hibs can play better than they did today. To be honest, you know, I think that. You know, in the second half, they got to more of the second balls. I thought in the first half, to be fair, Hearts deserved their 2-goal lead. They were dominant. They picked up more second balls. They were more competitive all over the pitch, and it showed, I think. They got more quality balls in the box. But Hibs, you know, I think, you know, they've got another shot at it now, another chance, and they worked hard to get that. So I think, you know, they'll go into the game again, hopefully full of confidence, and I think it'll be another cracking cup tie.
But will Hibs have to play for the full 90 minutes, not just the last 10?
Well, I think Alan Stubbs would like that, and they've proved that when they are in top gear and they start to get good players on the ball to create things, which they've got, then they can pose any team, regardless if they're in the Scottish Premiership, problems. What it's done is energised the fans to come back, because they looked flat, they looked out of it. Getting 2 goals late on, the tie set up magically over in Easter Road. Oh,
look forward to that. Neil, thanks very much for joining us. Michael, great to see you as well. Thanks for coming in. And Super Sunday is on air right now on Sky Sports 1. The tail end of Bournemouth against Arsenal is followed by Chelsea against Manchester United, a Super Sunday double header. 3 matches on from La Liga today. Gary Neville is in action with Valencia at Real Betis at 2:55 on Sky Sports 2. Celta Vigo against Sevilla follows that. Then Granada against Real Madrid is at 7:15. And I'm back tomorrow with a Scottish Cup draw at 6:30 on Sky Sports News HQ, and the goals roundup is available on demand from tomorrow. And both Hearts and Hibs are in that draw after a derby that produced everything but a winner.
I did it all so you could be away. I need you to
Enjoy Sky Sports Live on all